the truth.
Uh-oh. Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Price. How are you? Hey, I'm Jim Price, Jim Price Show Daily Update. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Oh, let's give you the date because the government told us the best one ever. We're going to say it is April 10th. It's a Friday, 2026. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. Guys, this is a week that I'm looking around, I'm watching things go on, and I'm like, what about the Melania speech thing? What about the Strait of Hormuz? What about Northern Europe shutting down air traffic because they do not have enough jet fuel? How about the fact that their gasoline in Europe, where they've already been stressed about their ability to heat and cool themselves, sorry about that, but yet the Strait of Hormuz is under duress, right? And then, it's Iran's the problem. But what if we are actually showing the entire world the fallacy that they have been living under, these fragile little agreements, these little under the rug, behind the building, backhanded little deals that get done? What I'm pointing out is that I think that the reason that we're in Iran, and I know a lot of people, and including Tucker, including others, Candace, and I like Tucker, I like Candace. I think these guys are doing a great job and a lot of stuff with the stuff they're doing. But I think that Trump took the opportunity to let Israel call the shots. But what I think the long play was for Trump the whole time was taking over. Guys, I'm telling you right now, just listen to me right now. We're going to go to Greenland. We're going to go to Cuba. We're going to go down to Venezuela. I think we're going to be in Mexico. I do believe that Hormuz and then that Craig Island, these are all things that we are going to be taking over, and we are going to be making money on it because we're going to be charging Europe for their stupidity to be so reliant on a third world country like Iran. See, the problem is, guys, is everybody bitches about Iran, that Iran's the problem. Iran. But the problem really is, hey, Dave Glevin, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. See, the real problem is that it's always been they let Iran do Iran stuff because it gave them a good reason to pad their pockets. And so I want you to think about this in a bigger pulled back scale because I see what's going on in front of us. And there's too many of us out there going, hey, I don't like the war thing either. But see, remember, Israel is still, guys, I want to believe that Trump can be manipulated. I want to believe that he can be coerced. Now, I do believe Trump can be fed bad information and make bad decisions. I get that. But I just don't think that I don't know if he's too high up on his horse, but I wonder if the military complex that put together the entire quantum computer effect that we've been living under the last 10 or so years, what I'm pointing out to you guys is I want you to listen to this. You don't think that they didn't know that they had to set Israel up to expose them for who they really are and what they are at the end of the day? They are a country. They are not a religion. They are not a DNA. They are a specific area of the map on the globe. Now, please stop for just a dang second and get yourself under control. My point is that there is so much about what we're seeing here that you could just let it play out just a little bit more. 3 weeks ago, everybody said we were doing nuclear weapons. 2 weeks ago, people said we're doing nuclear weapons, boots on the ground. 3 weeks ago, we're doing boots on the ground and taking over the administration. We're going to run the whole country. And then we're taking over the straight and nuclear weapons. Now we're talking about being nice to them because we hurt them too much. You guys have got to make up which side of the coin you want to be on when you keep flipping them back and forth on this. I don't know where I got that little hang in my throat there. See, my problem with it is that I'm telling you right now that there are the Tony Blair stuff, the England, the whole European Union, the money part of it, where they've all, by the way, guys, listen, you think that we're broke in America? We actually are still the guys who get to write how we get to print money. Remember? But remember, they're borrowing from the same Federal Reserve we're borrowing from, but we're borrowing it from us, and they're borrowing it from us. But the point is, guys, is the European Union, the EU, is so broke that there are countries needing to borrow money inside of the EU that cannot borrow money because the EU is already broke. Hey, Ken, good to see you. Alex Jones said Melania Trump pulled a Melinda Gates yesterday, and to expect her to leave Trump. What? No, that's not that. Hey, good to see you, Pedram, over there, buddy. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much. Hey, we need to chat it up. Pedram, give me a call. Text me, brother. I need you to work with me a little bit on a couple things. So, the long play of this whole thing, and I'm going to get to the news of the day, because I think what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to lay down the pathway for you to see the exposure that's really happening. And I do believe there's a lot of exposure going on here. I think the NASA thing, I think SpaceX thing, I think that the Doge thing, I think, by the way, again, guys, let me ask you another question. Where is Sam Bankman-Fried and the billions of dollars, like $300 billion in wealth he stole? Where did those hundreds of billions of dollars go? See, guys, I don't think you realize like how many fraud, like $100 billion fraud schemes have been getting shut down and have been collapsing, and we're not paying attention. We're not keeping score of what we're seeing. I think that there are things that are happening. I don't know, golly, what's going on with my eyes here all of a sudden? Anyway, I get all itchy. So as we see this all going on, guys, again, complete conjecture. I'm just making it up as I go along. But there's a lot of patterns I'm seeing here. We're hearing Kamala Harris is going to come back and run for president again, that she's sniffing around the hydrant. And then we got Gavin Newsom, and so we'll see the Wonder Twins, Dirt-to-Dur and Dirt-to-Dur-Dur-Dur, get up there and try to be husband and wife. While Gavin Newsom's wife, is telling the world that she told her boys to play with toys, and then would change the lead character in a story written as a male lead to a woman's name and call them a woman throughout the entire story, which means that she's rewriting people's memoirs or books or fairy tales. And yet it's like, why are we doing that? But this is the guy who says he wants to run the presidency. And guys, he is placating like no other. I have never seen a person start to shapeshift so much right in front of us. But anyway. Now, I see what's going on the bills. I've seen a lot of this stuff going on. Now, guys, do I think that there are still parts of the bills and parts of this government that are absolutely trying to chew the legs off of me like a wood chipper? Absolutely, yes. But if we don't start pushing, if we don't start looking, if we start trying, if we don't emphasize the good, how will we ever get to there? And I get it, guys. Listen, I'm with you. Tired of it. I'm tired, Grandpa. Shut up and keep digging. So my point is that we got to be able to say, listen, I'm seeing the points where they're good. Hey, Lawrence, Lawrence hasn't been here in forever. Laurent up in Canada, what are you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. He says, hello, Jim. How are you doing, buddy? Well, I'm doing better. I had a little bit of a rough start to the week and had a really bad Tuesday and recovered pretty good on Wednesday. Yesterday felt like a different person, and then today I even feel even better. So there has been some things moved on. And guys, I will tell you, if you're living with whatever it is you're living with, whether it's generational trauma, whether it is social things or things that you are embarrassed of or ego problems or whatever it is, if you guys do not work this stuff out of your body, if you do not work that out, on top of getting 5 teaspoons of salt in your diet every single day, making sure that you're getting your Lugol's iodine, your potassium iodine into your body every day, making sure that you're doing methylene blue to excite the mitochondria to clean your cells out, guys, you've got to get the emotions to move through the body. And I will tell you a lot of what, even though I had this trauma January 1, the first day of this year, and spent 6 days in the ICU, I will tell you I'm better for it. And I know that sounds a little crazy when I'm sitting here going, man, I am in so much pain, I want it to be gone, and I can't hardly breathe. Even today, not today, but this week, I had a really big episode this week. But my point is that, guys, that there are things that need to be moved through the body, moved out of the body. And I know that stuff that was done to me through my mother, through the generational trauma that she dragged through and her nervous system that she passed on to me, women pass their nervous system to the baby. So if women is dysregulated and does not have a healthy mindset going into pregnancy, and as she goes through that pregnancy, that mold is transferred into the baby. That is not Jim Price. That's not woo-woo-woo-woo. That's actually AMA proven, peer-reviewed science, right? Which we've all missed, that the peer review part is usually just a bunch of dummies in the same room saying the same thing. I get it. But there's a lot of things in the body we store and a lot of things we do to our body, and we don't need to do that. And a lot of things we hang ourselves up in society for social pressures and things we don't need to do as well. Guys, I'm so sorry about that. I'm not sure why that happens, but every now and again, right, in the middle of the show. But anyway, guys, I know the body stores these things, and this is a basis of where a lot of our illness will start. A dysfunction in the liver will start with a trauma to the liver or trauma to the emotions, and then the liver itself through alcohol or through phosphates or other things that go into the liver, or other types of depression medicines, other types of statin medications. They really stress the liver. The liver is so amazing in the body, but it will be damaged in a heartbeat if you don't take care of it. And guys, this is where we find these stored traumas, and that's a thing that we have to work on. So guys, I just want to say that as I've went through these things, and this week has been a little, like, I'm on the bright side of everything right now. I really am, guys. There's a lot of great things that I see going on in my body because I've been putting the dang work in, but I'm also been trying to cut the ties, cut the contracts, cut the tethers, cut those things out of my life so that I'm not having to deal with those and carry those with me. But also imagine social norms, imagine social pressures, imagine social things that I think that I need to obey to, but the problem is who am I obeying it to? There's no counsel that I respond to. There's nothing in the Bible that refers to it. It's just like the whole idea, don't cuss. Well, my problem with that is show me in the Bible where it says not to use words. It actually says to use God's name consistently and overuse it. That's what the word vain really means. Doesn't mean not to use it. It means and it means to use it consistently, constantly. So again, we have to make sure that we know where our social norms are at. But guys, we have so much pressure around our lives. Let a lot of that stuff go and learn that. But by the way, I just went on that tirade there, Laurent. Thank you for that. It's good to see you here, man. Replying, I'm back, doing good. Thank you, Laurent, for being back, man. I appreciate you being here, buddy. I know you were going through something and you dropped off the edge of the map on me, so I didn't know what to do. And I'm glad you're here, buddy. All right. So, again, just understand this. Now, there's going to be a couple more things that are going to come out about this ICE thing. And, guys, listen, I have told you that I don't think Trump is trying to get rid of the 20-plus million people that flooded into our country. I really don't think so. I think he's going to let them sit there underneath the citizenship belt and do what they do, but that's fine. I don't think that's what his goal is. Do you understand that? And the reason is because there's a few articles out today about immigration, some other stuff. But my point is that I will tell you, I think that there's this bigger plane. I do believe it's Obama. I think Uncle Barry is the target. Guys, I am telling you, Trump is that kind of guy. He will continue to do all this only because he knows that it'll get him within reach of squeezing over and go, hey, Uncle Barry, remember that one time when you made fun of me at that dinner thing we did there at the Kennedy Center? Remember that one time, buddy? And you said, ha, ha, ha. Remember you laughed at me for being a birther? I don't think Trump forgot that. The man knows architecture and history. He understands battles, fatigue, battle structures, and he's understood battles and wars. He knows history like people don't even begin to understand. And the guy is very intelligent. But you think he forgot about Barry making fun of him? You think he did? Man, I would run for... I'm telling you right now, $100, I'll bet anybody on earth, if I... Would Trump run for president just to get to Uncle Barry? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. And if you see the time that those all kind of fell in there, you'll actually see it may actually have been about the same time that this whole Q thing was actually formed. Just saying. Because remember, Trump was big on the old FBI. Remember, he was the guy who worked with the mafia or against the mafia, against the racketeering with the union workers and the dock workers and all that. He's the one that reined all that back in when it was a criminal enterprise that was running the entire city and things weren't getting done without paying off the payoff to pay off. And so he got rid of all that, and he didn't mind that people were making money and getting a pinch, but the problem was they were taking too much. And he doesn't like that. He has a sense of honor. And I don't think we always play that game with him. I think we miss that mob boss part of him. He has a family. He is the Don. It's in the name, right? I mean, you see what I'm saying? Okay, come on, guys. I don't know why my throat is so raspy this afternoon. Anyway, Ken says, wrong hydrant, Jim. Kamala is sniffing the alcohol hydrant. Oh, I know. But you know what? You know, at least if she's drunk, we're going to get the honesty out of her, right? She's going to do that barroom confession. She's going to get up there and go, listen, I never liked you. I don't like your dog. I don't like your stupid bird. And that flag, I'm tired of it. It's just, I'm over it. She's going to tell you the truth. She's going to tell you how she really feels. And she's going to tell you who she really slept with. And she's going to tell you a lot of details. So maybe, just maybe, Aunt Kamali, Aunt Chamomile might just give us enough entertainment for the season. I don't know. Maybe she's going to go on the election tour this fall, going out there and striking out on the campaign trail for the run for president in 20, whatever the hell it's going to be. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of this that I see that I think we're going to have some entertainment. Now, if you don't take them so damn serious, yes, there are serious things they're doing, but are they seriously touching you? But again, we got to work on that. Let's see. Lawrence out there. Trump is doing a good job. Yeah, I think he's doing all right. So he's not doing too bad. But if I want a bad day, I'll spend 20 minutes with my ex. Oh, God dang. That's not always good. Sometimes they want to tell you how bad you were. Stupid. Oh, yeah. Everybody always has the worst ex. Nobody's like, man, my ex was the best. Shouldn't have done that. Nobody does that, do they? No, mine was the worst. Jim Price is the worst. He's the worstest ever. You know, what do you do with that, right? It's sad. Sad that people can't figure that part out about life, that even though we may not, we're not agreeing on something, there is something to work out, and most people just don't want to. They don't want to find the common ground. They want to be the enemy, and that's cool. All right, moving on here. Oh, hey, there's a follow-up to the NFL being investigated. Let's see here if they got anything new here. NBC reported Thursday the federal government is investigating whether the NFL is charging consumers too much. Regulators, lawmakers, and media outlets have voiced concerns. Now, they're saying that 87% of all the games are free. Do you guys believe that number from the NFL? Because there may be certain areas that you could access certain games outside of network or whatever, and they would be free. But in reality, they are truly forcing most of this content into the NFL network. The, what is it now? It's the Amazon thing. You got to get Amazon Prime to watch an NFL game. Then you got to, it's like, then there's the Netflix ones or the YouTube ones. I'm like, I'm over it, guys. I'm over it. Let's see. I don't think this is anything new. Utah Republicans cited the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961, which granted limited antitrust immunity to allow professional football teams to collectively license. Again, that's where you're allowed to collectively license, but that doesn't mean you collectively get to restrict. And I think that's where they screwed up. They went just a little too far. They didn't mind that the teams were all coming together to come, like, hey, we're the NFL together. We're united. Here's us. We're a package. And then that allowed them to negotiate as a package to the different networks, right? But that was broadcast network. When they put those things behind a paywall, that is not what the agreement was. And that's where this is getting all... That's where the ice underneath the tire, and then the grip ratio changes, and it starts to go into a spin. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Hey, Terrence William, good to see you, man. Hey, Terrence, Laurent is here, man. Say hi to Laurent up in Canada. He's here too, dude. I'm glad you're here, buddy. I'm glad we're doing a thing, and we're seeing each other. Good to see you, buddy. Laurent is a little bit of an OG. Laurent has been here for quite a few years. He's been gone for almost a year, it seems like, maybe 9 months, and he hasn't been around. But good to see you back, Laurent. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. He's always got something to say. Good guy, good conversationalist, and he has been around for quite a few years. So, Laurent, thank you for being here, buddy. Let's see if there's anything else here that much has changed in sports broadcasting since 1961, raising new questions about the NFL antitrust exemption. That's a good thing. I don't see a problem with that. Let's go ahead and review the contract. We've been working under this old contract for, I don't know, 60-some years. Can we just go ahead and say we can look at it again? We're just going to review it. Just saying. That's all right. I don't have a problem with that. See, I think all laws should be sunsetted. I think all laws should have a sunset. I think it's like every, it's like it only lasts for like every 4 years or 6 years, and it's an odd thing, like every 5 year. So the problem is it won't hit within the same group of legislators because you'll be rotating because you only can serve two terms. But if they're busy putting murder, and by the way, it has to be murder like, you have to go back and it has to go through subcommittee. You have to do the due diligence. You have to give time for review. You get to open forum conversations, do the whole thing. So if you guys want the big laws back on the books, then you better get those on there. Don't worry about what my frog farts are doing in my back pond back here or whatever it is you're trying to outlaw today. Because, see, this is where guys, I have told you this, guys, 1,000 times. Sheriffs, lawmakers, teachers, whatever. I would rather you do nothing. I would rather you sit there on your culo and just sit there, do nothing. Don't. Go to the legislator and do nothing for an entire year, please. Or how about this? Don't even go. Stay home. I will pay you $187,000, and whatever the state legislators are, I will pay you guys all your stuff, and I guarantee you guys we're going to be money ahead. Because what we're going to do is just going to keep using the same budget for 10 years. And where all the money that we receive that's beyond that budget on that 11th year, now we know what our money is. Now we know how much money we have for 1 year. See, we saved up our money because we took 10% each year, and then we built 100% out of that, and we call that a budget because we know what it progressively made each year. So now we know what our budget could be able to do as we progress forward. But if we have surplus, and we put that back, it's dividends to the people. That's how it's ran. That's how it works. But if we put that if we freeze the budget for 10 years, imagine what that would do. Leave the legislators at home. 10 years, just no more new laws, no more new regulations. If anything, we're dropping things off, but you cannot put anything on for 10 years. 10 years, you can take things off, but you cannot put things on. You cannot raise the budget. You cannot lower the budget. The budget is going to be what it will be for 10 solid years. You can't touch it. And each year, we're going to save back 10% of the surplus, so that 1 year, and that for that 11th year, we have an entire budget. And see, we keep saving back, and we save it back, and save it back, and boom, 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 boom. See, we know because we're going to have the money from other years. We're not going to be dealing with, oh, wait, maybe this year we're going to have $1. We're going to have $1 this year. It's great, man. No, we're building. We have the money from last year. So the money we collected in 2025 is the money that we would use for 2026. And the money that we collect in 2026 is the money that we would spend next year. We wouldn't build a budget for 2027 thinking we're going to bring in so much. We already know. And that's it. Zero sum. Anything extra goes back to the people. See how that works? Or we get to do those really cool bridges that goes nowhere. Right. Oh, Dave Salee says Peacock has a network. Yeah, Peacock's got a stupid network. I mean, why has everybody got a network? All right. So, and by the way, guys, thank you. Like, share, and comment on the show as often as possible, guys. I've got to beat this algorithm. It is killing me. We are now expanding onto other radio stations and doing some other stuff. But the sad part of it is I have to go do that to expand my voice because Facebook and Twitter and all these other guys have got me so shadow banned I can't even see straight. So if you guys could make sure and do that, beat that algorithm, share it to your groups and stuff, it'd be awesome. Appreciate it, guys. And when we get done, yeah, we'll get going on this. Guys, this is a good thing, guys. The idea that you guys can do that is how we beat this, and we do it honestly. Because what I'm finding out more and more, and there's a lot of people that I hear things because of the what I do here, and I'm finding out now that I don't even know, honestly, even if Joe Rogan's numbers are what they are. I'm telling you now that I know that there are people that have literal bots that they know are legitimate, that look legitimate. They are complete automaton people, whatever you want to call it. And these things are huge. There are raids going on in America right now of these bot farms that are literal accounts, literal working phones, working numbers, the whole thing. And they have things that are in there moving things around so that they look normal. And this is what they've been doing, guys. And there's these ways to get likes and stuff like that. You can pay, money to get likes. You can get paid money to get views. But there are people out there. Here's the thing. These PR firms, they'll go out and they have very sophisticated people that go out and make it look like you've got 10 million new followers. And they all look very unique, like live people. Like their profiles look very professional. Like they're a live person posting all the time. And all they really are is a mirror of somebody else. Just like all the China phones. That's why they built all those ghost cities in China. And that's why they say they have 1.8 or 1.3 billion, which I've actually worked the numbers. I think they have less than 650 million, which means they're only twice the size of us by number. So my point is, guys, there's a lot of this stuff that's out there. So we have to be kind of mindful. I'm out here organically trying, working. I don't have extra money to promote my show on different things. So I have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is just one handshake at a time. So anyway, I appreciate you guys helping me out with that. All right, continuing on. So there was, let's see, where's that one at? 2/3 of the UK, 2/3 of the United Kingdom citizens want failing Starmer, Prime Minister Starmer, not I said the last one, didn't I, earlier? Sorry, it's Starmer. To resign now and for Britain to hold general elections right away. So this is kind of a thing where what's happening is that the weakness of their leadership and the inability for them to actually make deals, I think Trump has pantsed them all. I think we're looking at their little ding-dings hanging out. And Starmer's one of them. He really has gotten exposed he was already weak going in, but he's really got exposed in this whole thing going forward. It's bad. So I do think there's going to, yeah. Trump's just everybody's dad, you know. If you say, "Hey, Dad, I love you," you know, say, "Hey, I love you too, son." "Hey, Dad, I love you." "Oh, I love you too, daughter, son, you know, sweetheart, whatever, you know." "Hey, I love you too, honey." So the problem is that Trump is not that, you know, he's just dad. And the sad part of it is it's a generation where dads like him used to be guys like that. The guy's almost 80 years old, and he's the generation of dads that would, you know, they'd slap a hair lip on you. Are we allowed to say that? I'll slap a hair lip on you? Or is that offensive? I don't know if that is or not. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody, I haven't heard slap a hair lip on you in a long time. But that's what dads were good for. Get your hand out of your butt. What are you doing? Quit picking your nose. Stand up straight. Tie your shoelaces. Stop doing that. Wash your hands. What have you been doing? That's what dads are for. What's this over here? "Hey, Iran, why don't you quit doing that? I told you better stop or I'll come over and whoop you." "Oh, you didn't think I was going to whoop you, did you? I'll come over and do it." "Hey, what are you doing with that little Strait of Hormuz there?" "Oh, you going to play with that?" "No, I'm going to play with it for a while. If you don't get it right over here, I'm going to take care of you. Are you done? You going to play nice? Are you going to quit throwing sand? Okay, I'm going to let you have your money. But if I catch you, I'll put you back. I'm telling you, I've done it already. I enjoy this. I enjoy the phone call. Pete Hegseth likes doing push-ups." I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm trying to find the humor in it, which I do believe there's a lot of humor in it. I do believe that. But I just wonder why it is that we don't think that way more often. So, anyway. Minnesota Freedom Caucus announces impeachment hearings for Tim Walz and Keith Ellison. It'll take place next week. Will they be? Well, they won't be able to get it through because it's a majority Democrat, isn't it? I don't know how they'd be able to do that. I don't think they have the leverage for that over there. Let's see if I got any numbers in here for that. So they say they're going to do it, but what is that? But if they don't have like some numbers behind it, how are they going to get that done? They can get all the evidence they want, but the Democrats are going to side with that guy because they're defending themselves. The things we do in life. The things we do in life. So the Supreme Court rejects an appeal for so-called Republican candidate after being exposed as a Democrat plant. Now, this is where we can't use the Supreme Court. We can't use nuclear weapons for a fly on the wall. By the way, we've gotten flies the last couple of days here. It started popping up around the chicken yard and stuff, and I did not miss them. I just don't miss flies. I don't mind them, but I don't know would I miss them if they were gone? I don't think so. It's not like a thing. I'm obsessed about it. There's a fly. But I don't like it when they buzz your face either, so that gets me all freaked out. Like, get the hell over here. Anyway, so by the way, Disney is getting ready to do a big downturn on their employment roles, where they're citing a lot of competition and the fact that social media is probably far more entertaining than a lot of the crap that they keep putting out. Like, I don't know, the last Wizard of Oz weirdo thing they did with that green lady that went around and held that other girl's hand all the time, and then they had the long nails, and then she would pet her face and say, my precious, and she would like hold on to her. Disney, let me tell you something, partner, buddy, person, they, them. That's where you screwed up. Stop. I dare you guys to go back and do some cool stuff. But the problem is you guys were actually using a lot of old witchcraft and old esoteric and old old seance stories and you churched them up a little bit so they look kid friendly, but you were just showing people the bad side of what you guys understood to be real. See, the problem is that a lot of this stuff has been revealed that this was done very blatantly and very purposely. Just like a lot of the stuff we know that's in the Disney movies, they're in the 90s and the early 2000s, that things were put into movies. It's their stuff. They can do whatever they want. But guys, if you want, I mean, what movies are out that you want to watch? I mean, I have not. Okay, so when was the last? I don't even know the last time I went to a movie. I think I went to a movie last year. I think it was something I saw, and you believe that? I forgot what movie it was. That's how. I mean, what was it? Something. Anyway, so the point is that guys. Disney's losing its weight because what they've been doing is trash. It's propaganda. It's already enough propaganda, but man, they were doing a lot extra, All right, layoffs are coming to Disney as it tries to fight competition. They're cutting 1,000 jobs in the coming weeks, according to the Wall Street Journal. It's going to be Disney's marketing department, where various parts of the company have been combined is expected to feel the burn of the layoffs, as a journal. So, so they're saying they're marketing people. So, yeah, a lot of that, too, is AI. Now, a lot of the stuff where you used to have a graphic arts guy who could go in there and create animation and do little fold-ins and zoom-outs and fades and all this other cool stuff, right? Now it's like, make this do cool thing, AI. So, I mean, that's sad right there. But anyway, yeah, they merged with another. They got something. They combined a company, and so yeah, they got some repetitiveness, which is a part of the deal. But I will tell you guys, you're not going to sell a lot more of that crap. It's not working for them. They're not doing good. Yeah, Dave, I remember those as well. Now the new governor, Abigail Spangler, and she's Virginia's new government. She's trying to take credit for these investments that Republican Glenn Youngkin had successfully brought in, but no, she's going to go ahead and take that honor. She's going to step in front of that arrow. She's going to sacrifice herself for that. I'm going to be just right out here. Just going to go ahead and take that investment into Virginia. Lots of people in Virginia already have buyer's remorse over Spanberger. Why? She told you she was going to do stupid things, and you guys didn't believe her? All right. So this is another one of those things. Virginia Abigail Spanberger took credit for a $7.1 billion in business investment from Old Dominion. Investments that were actually secured by her Republican predecessor, Glenn Youngkin. See, this is where these people, they don't have the loop back, right? It's got to be that. It's got to be something in there. I don't know what it is. But this is what they do. They just kind of, oh, hey, that's mine. I got that. 7 point. What was it? What did I do? What was it I did? What cool thing did I just do? What was it? What was I doing? Oh, yeah, that was me. 7 point. Yeah, 7. What's the number? I don't remember. I don't remember how cool the number was. Oh, 7.1. Yeah, I brought in 7. That's me. High five me. See, that's where this whole thing just, I don't know, guys. It's crazy. Alrighty. But yeah, and she's the one that's actually, is she the one that's going to actually try to sign into law that you cannot even have a gun in the state? Like, you have to get basically worse than Australia and England. It's like some of the worst tyrannical stuff I've ever heard in my life. I think she's trying to promise she'll do that. This is a story that I want to spin this story a little bit. I want to see where you guys go with this, but I'm going to ask this. So I want to read this here. Disgraced attorney and former anti-Trump pundit Michael Avenatti has moved to Hollywood, California to finish out his prison sentence in a halfway house following his conviction of various financial crimes. Avenatti has been ordered to serve over 2 years in the halfway house in addition to participating in mental health treatment, and he must also stay away from unlawful controlled substances. Well, in California, there is nothing that's unlawful. Do you know that? I mean, they sell everything. They sell LSD, Molly, all that stuff. Like, it's everywhere. There's places you go online and order it. They'll deliver to your apartment, your house, your whatever, the beach. So I don't know what controlled substances he can't have, but he can have them all if he's in California. But why did he move to Hollywood? Why did he move to Hollywood? Why did you move to Hollywood, Avenatti? I thought you were a New Yorker. No, wait, he was a Californian, wasn't he? But why is he moving to Hollywood? Huh. I don't know. I was just giving some conjecture there, right? That's the whole idea. So we'll see. He was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison back in July 2021 for attempting to extort Nike and defraud multiple clients. Manhattan Attorney General Audrey Strauss said at the time that Avenatti used illegal and extraordinary. I can't even say it now. Threats betrayed one of his clients and purposely seeking to obtain millions of dollars for himself. So anyway, he was sentenced to 48 months for identity theft and for defrauding Daniels. Remember Daniels, the Stormy Daniels that ended up having to pay Trump? Well, then, she had to pay Trump, and then Avenatti stole money from her. Jeez. She really got herself sideways on that whole thing. Anyway, as well as spending almost $150,000 on personal and business expenses, the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Southern District of New York said lawyers have a duty to be loyal and advocates for their clients. Yeah, right. Woo! Boy, that is rich. Excuse me, U.S. Attorney's Office. You said that, what? Lawyers have a duty to be loyal and advocates to their clients? You're so foolish. You're not even, come on, dude. Did you say that like not, did you laugh at, did you snicker? Did you go, what'd you do? Because you can't tell me that was real. You cannot say that and not laugh, bro. Have you been to a courtroom? Have you seen what the jails are full of and people and how they talk about their lawyers? See, the sad part of it is that here's where, let me give this to you. In the human nature of things, when a guy goes up and says, listen, man, are you going to be able to help me? And the guy goes, yeah. You give me $5,000 and I'm going to get you. I'm going to make sure you get this or that. You give me $40,000. You give me $100,000. You give me another $100,000. You give me another $100,000. I'll keep you out of prison. You won't get a felony. And then when the guy's sitting in prison with 2 felonies or he's sitting on probation with 2 felonies and he's looking around and he's going, my lawyer's a liar. Why couldn't he be honest with me? Why couldn't he be true with me? Why didn't he really fight for me like he said he would? When I saw the cracks and the things, why didn't he shoot that gap? Why didn't he do that for me? And that's what people have animosity for, because then at that point, everybody has the worst lawyer. I have the worst ex. I have the worst lawyer. They're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst. No, well, my lawyer won, so he's the best. Do you see the math on that? We got to get better than that. 4:44 on the clock. Central time, anyway. That is Central time. Hey, Hope, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. So anyway, that's just hilarious all the way along. Let's see. A press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office of Central District of California said that Avenatti was sentenced to 14 years in federal prison back in 22. Why did it say 4 years up here, then it says 14 here? For stealing millions of dollars from clients and for tax fraud. That's not even the same as what this part of the article said up here. Why are we not keeping this straight? All right. I read it the way it was written. The sentence came after he defrauded clients, one of whom was a paralegal with mental health issues. United States District Attorney James Salina, who sentenced Avenatti, said that the disgraced lawyer, he's done great evil for which he must answer. Jiminy Christmas. He's supposed to pay restitution of $11 million to 4 different clients and the IRS. So he's got to do 2 more years in a halfway house. He's a felon, federal felon, and you think he's going to come up with $11 million? Guys, I can barely keep my head above water, keep the electric paid, and dealing with what I had to deal with because of those 2 felonies. What is this guy going to do? See, this is the problem with the government. I don't think they understand when they go out and they take your legs completely out from you. They're not giving you a way to go back like, hey, you served your crime. We're going to wipe the slate clean as if it never happened. They love dragging the past up. They're the worst ex-wife ever. Oh, well, remember when you were 18 years old and you ran that stoplight and you hit that family? Remember that? That was, like, yeah, well, you got a ticket for that, didn't you? It's like, why? Why do you need to know that? Why do you need to know again, I thought we were supposed to be able to serve our time and have a clear. I thought we were supposed to have that whole clear. I think it's like, oh no, we're good. I served my time. I paid society back. I get to move on. I get to be somebody else. I get to be a better man. But see, we like to talk about people's past over and over and over again, and then we wonder why people are paranoid and they won't move forward because you're holding me back with my past. Same thing for me. I can't be, there's most jobs on earth. You really think about what I can't do. They're not going to hire me. Not with the titles I have. But see, that's the problem, folks. The government does that purposely because it was weaponized. Just like this stuff, they're like, oh, Trump has 34 million federal felony convictions. He's a felon. Well, actually, the problem with that is until you are actually sentenced with that, the conviction is not actually logged into the records. It's not. It's just a failed case. But that's where we don't have that. Hey, where's that backward dress chick with the Fani Willis? I wonder how she's been doing. She had a couple things going on, and I know that Georgia's still going on through their election woes and all the whole idea that we went in there and stole their ballots. Did you hear about that? We stole their ballots. They stole it. The FBI stole it. Do you know how hood you sound to be a Georgia efficient, like you were like the whatever it was? She had like a big title. I don't even know. It was like, I cannot believe they stole our, and she was inferring that they stole their files, that they stole the election tapes and all this other stuff. And my problem with that is like, I don't think you get to use the word stole like you talking about they stole your radio out of your Cadillac. They stole the hubcaps off your Cadillac. Like, you don't get to do that. This is why it just drives me nuts when we hear these things go on and behind our backs. It's like, guys, when this stuff starts slipping into the mainstream like this, and we have officials that can't actually just keep the hood in the hood, come on, stop it. They stole our stuff. Well, Arizona, Georgia are still in play, folks. Those things are still in play, and I think there's some other things. I know it doesn't mean much, but there's things like Iowa that's still coming up, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois. There's still stuff coming up in those different states. Pennsylvania has legal action going on right now with their voter rolls, and also the election back in 2020. So this is where I don't think we all realize that there's a lot of moving pieces in this. It's really an amazing thing to really watch. Sorry I got here late. What do you think about some people who are going against Trump? Oh, well, Hope. That was our big opener today. Sorry about that. But, yeah, Trump, I think Trump's the mod boss. I think he's actually just an old Don from back in the day. And he believes in loyalty and respect and honor and a certain amount of, he'll let you go for a little bit. He'll let you step on his toes maybe a couple of times. But I don't think he's forgotten that Uncle Barry embarrassed him at a dinner in the Kennedy Center. And I think that just seems to be about the time that it was, I don't know. The Q stuff kind of kicked off, and there's just some things about how I see a lot of that playing out. But, yeah, Uncle Barry making fun of Trump, calling him a birther, and how that work out for you, Mr. Trump. And anyway, I think that was the moment that soldered all of Trump's wiring together and said, I'm going to run for president because I'm going to catch you. And I do believe that is the immigration play all along. I'm just telling you, man, we're going through the Chinese nationals right now because all these Chinese men are coming over here and they got like 50 kids through surrogate women in America. Like they're having sex or donating sperm for these women and they're having babies and there's these Chinese billionaires. And so they have like 50 kids or something that are all being raised in China but are American citizens. See, this is stuff that Trump's like, and we're done. We cannot do this anymore. We're fools to be playing this way. It's absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, but I do believe that Trump is just kind of an honorable guy in a way that when Uncle Barry made fun of him and embarrassed him that way, he's like, you don't do that, boy. You don't do that. And I guarantee you he used the word boy because Trump is 80 years old and that man ain't. And I'm sure he gets the right to say boy anytime he wants to without it being anything derogatory. But the point of it is there's a lot of this stuff that we really get to watch in full time and really get to see how this is all going to come apart. But don't get emotionally wound up in this. There's too many people keep telling you that 4 weeks ago we were going to do nuclear, and 3 weeks ago we're going to do nuclear with boots on the ground. 3 weeks ago we're doing nuclear ground, and then we're going to have boots on the ground. Now we're taking over Iran, and then we're going to do, guys, we got this, okay? Chill. We're going to get it. We're all right. All right, guys, that's going to be about it for me. I am going to run a little short today. I'm running about time. We're doing okay. Guys, remember, sillygnome.com is where you get your mushroom nutrients. That's where you get your sillygnome.com. That's lion's mane, chaga, reishi, turkey tail, cordyceps, and chaga. Did I say chaga? I may have said chaga twice. Anyway, all right, so there's 5 of them out there. We have 5 different kinds. They're all vacuum released, bioavailable in the mouth. Go out there and get yourself some of those. Also, guys, we have our vitamin lines that match in with the mushroom lines themselves and actually amplify even the mushroom's ability to function in the body. Get your body going in the areas that they're going to help. So we already match that up in there. Go take a look at that. Silly Gnome, PSILLYGNOME, sillygnome.com. Go take a look at it. That is my mushroom line. That is who I am and what I do. So, well, it's not what I am. We are mushroom, guys. By the way, look it up. You are more mushroom than you are pig or ape. But they'll put a pig's heart in your chest. You do the math. All right, remember the 10% we do for our neighbor, community, city, county, state, the federal government. The more you do for them, the less they have to do for you. Learn how to be selfless and not so damn selfish. There will be a far, far better place. Remember, hold the line, hold fast, do not give up, do not give in. We'll win. I promise I make promises I can't keep. Guys, you've always been the answer out there. Remember that Constitution? That limits your government, but never limits you. All right, guys, it's been great seeing you guys out there. All the great comments. Dave Salee was here. Dave Glovin. We had Hope and... who else? Laurent was here. We had Ken was going along, and we had a lot of other guys. Good to see everybody out there. Robert Burke showed up. Good love vibrations to all. Thank you so much, Robert. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Enjoy your weekend. It's worth having. I'm going to. It's just going to be kind of a simple weekend. We don't have any. There's no we're not. Oh, it's Easter weekend, so we all got to go and do rabbity things or whatever. It's like everybody just gets to chill this weekend. I think we've got a calm weekend going on. And then pretty soon, though, it's going to be summer, all that good stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. You guys will be good to each other out there, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.